what really chaps my ass, what really grinds my gears, is content creators that make content about a league such as the National Football League, yet they do not understand anything about it. They don't understand a dang thing. They don't have a clue, but they talk with so much certainty, yet they are literally the definition of ignorant. You know, the human brain is so fascinating, so fascinating. You see people in society do the dumbest stuff, and you think, why are they so stupid? Why are they so dumb? And then you see people who are so smart, they send stuff in outer space, and they figure stuff out, and they innovate, and they create all this great stuff, and you think, man, how are they so smart? See, the human brain will literally do fascinating things either way, good or bad, right? And as dudes, as guys, we make this terrible mistake in thinking we know sports because we're a dude. How hard can it be? It ain't rocket science. Yet the NFL is complex. There's a lot of factors as to why things happen the way they do. And we don't know all the answers. It's impossible to know all the answers. It's so great that we're able to make content. 30 years ago, you wouldn't have been able to know a guy like Hot Pizzle. Thanks to social media and things like YouTube, I'm able to put content out, or you may be able to enjoy other content creators, but you don't have to pass a test to all of a sudden making content. But it's so frustrating for me to listen to people talk about things and not even grasp the idea of anything. I'm going to give you an example. If you're a Cowboys fan, Eagles fan, or a Commanders fan, the names that I list mean nothing to you, but you may have a situation, on your teams that this is very similar. In the draft, the Giants, with the first overall pick, drafted a cornerback, Banks, out of Maryland, right? In the 6th round, they drafted from Old Dominion a cornerback, Trey Hawkins. Now, in training camp right now, Hawkins has outperformed Banks. No question about it, right? Now, you may question the competition Hawkins has win against in terms of Banks, but he has technically outperformed him. What's fascinating to me is that the reality here is that there was no expectations, and there never is an expectation, of a 6th-round draft pick. Just like there's never ever any expectations for somebody who's undrafted. Yet there is so much expectations of a 1st-round draft pick. Yet when you look at it on the surface, both individuals, whether they're 1st round or 6th round, both of them are young men who moved from a different location to a city they've potentially never lived in, and playing pro football for the very first time, trying to understand the speed, the ferocity, this everything about which is way different than college football. Way different. It's not just football is not just football. NFL football is completely different than college football. It really is. But you have two young men here that are trying to figure out a lot of different things, not only on the field, but off the field. In life, people just pick things up faster than others. Whether it's work, whether it's school, whatever. It just happens. Some people are just quicker to it than others. Stop beating up Banks, all because of where he was drafted, and praising Hawkins all because of where he was drafted. I hope the 6th round pick, I hope Hawkins has a great career. I hope he ends up being a starter. But just because of where he was drafted does not mean this kid can't play. There is multiple cases of undrafted players. Heck, the Giants have a great one with Victor Cruz in our history, of a guy that was no expectations and ended up being a serious piece for this team. A very important piece at one time. But this idea, when you watch somebody and you're more surprised by it, you won't allow this guy to grow because he's 1st round, but you'll let the 6th rounder grow. Now, look, I hope both of them work out. This is not a, hey, I'm rooting for one over the other. But it's almost going back, and I hate to bring Daniel Jones into this, but Daniel Jones is part of this because there was so many underlining things with Daniel Jones that people held against him. Yet now they're starting to do that 180 where they're like, wait a minute now, I'm a believer now. Wait a minute. Like, excuse me, I'm forgetting the fact that he was drafted by Duke and where he was drafted, because in my mind, I think he should have been drafted this part in the draft, which is so stupid. Oh, I'm forgetting, Dave Gettleman, just all this. No, what's happening here is he's actually, for the first time in his career, being given weapons, such as Darren Waller, such as Hyatt. You guys all discounted Darius Slayton at one time. Pizzle, the 60-minute man that I am, said, no, this guy right here is a 60-minute man. You need to believe in this guy. And I was told that I was stupid. I was told I was dumb. I was told that that dude can't do. All of a sudden, Darius Slayton is 12 months later, he's a huge piece for this team. And it's all because you doubted Darius Slayton because of all the other underlying things that your brain screwed up. Manipulated you, lied to you. A dude, whether he's drafted in the first round, second round, he either got that dog in him or he don't. You either got it or you don't. Period. Stop having these weird expectations for some and not for others. Let the dudes figure it out. Let them play. Let them take all this time in. Let them struggle in the preseason. Let me tell you what. I've given players a long leash until they finally figured it out. But if you believe in somebody, for example, like I believed in Daniel Jones or Darius Slayton, give it some time. Stop wanting this microwave results. I want the Giants to win more than anybody. But you don't just move on from a good thing or start to thumbs down on that guy, all because he ain't starting out so hot. See, your brain is lying to you because of where things done. Don't forget that the NFL draft is full of human mistakes. We as humans make mistakes all the time. Guys get drafted in positions that they don't belong in because other humans are making those decisions. We make mistakes. Draft placement does not mean where their skill level really will be. Hawkins might have just not, the college game may have not just fitted his style, but the NFL game may fit his style. You don't know yet. Let it play out, baby. But you see all these content creators say all these things, these up and down results, up and down, up, back and forth, 180, back and forth, 180. You know, when it's like, wait a minute, stop. Stop. Let it happen, baby. It kills me. It just kills me how we just want these immediate results by certain guys, but others we're not expecting those results, all because of draft placement. Anyways, loving what I'm seeing right now. Hold your content creators accountable for the goofy stuff. Okay? Hold them accountable. Hold them accountable. Anyways, good to be back, guys. It's good to be back.